he just can't get over the hump. It's like, I think Dave East can go. I still have my Dave East stock. If Dave East came out in 2006, he would be a monster. It's just like right now, it's just not connecting. I thought he was going to turn the next corner, and he didn't. So for me, that was kind of like something that was a surprise. That I was kind of disappointed because I wanted Karma 3 to be good. I wanted that for him.
Okay. Banks, anybody surprise you? Good, bad, camps, singles?
Outside of Shay, like a couple of new people I started listening to this year. Shay Noir, which I just heard her album Friday for the first time, and it had me going to look and see what else she put out on Apple Music. I was like, she's definitely a mix between Lauryn Hill and Rhapsody, but a younger version. But she's also from Buffalo too, and something about these Buffalo people that's just is putting out crazy music this year. Stove Got Cooks is another person that I picked up on this year. He's signed to Busta Rhymes, and he was brought up by Rock Marciano, and he's also in that same gritty gutter lane that Griselda's in, and like Wu-Tang, similar to that kind of style. And I mean that's the style I love. That's what I came up in when I was a young kid, and I just stuck to it, and it's timeless.
You see where the sound is going back, and you like that. That's something that's a pleasant surprise about 2020. And like a bad surprise, we haven't talked about Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne dropped a project and no one cared.
Yeah.
Not even on some, not even going back to like his comments. 2 of them, no one cared.
2 projects?
2 exactly. Back-to-back bricks.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask y'all. Like, what's y'all top 3 duds out of the year? Because there's got to be some more disappointing drops than others. Banks, what's your 3 duds?
Well, definitely the Carter 5. That was a that was a disappointment. Or I'll put Funeral over Carter 5 because Funeral didn't
that was
come out.
trash.
super trash. J Electronica.
Okay.
You can't put out Exhibit C and then for 17 tracks, a minute to 2 minutes long, you have Jay rapping over most of them. That's not what I was looking forward to getting from him, especially from what he was putting out before.
I agree on that too, because the sequence that you could tell it was a bunch of songs they already had and just put them together. You might have to just do that as a mixtape, bro, because you're Jay Electronica and Jay-Z loves you. You can put that out as an album because no other rapper would have been able to pull that off. That's the thing. That's that Jay-Z privilege that Jay Electronica got. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of corny when you think about it. Like I said, it's like I could see knocking the presentation of it, but there's some joints on there. He was cooking, but I think it was disappointing. Don't get it twisted. I agree with you. I think that was kind of what I won't call it a dud because you still got Jay-Z verses.
You do have Jay-Z verses, but sometimes music isn't timeless. And if you hot at that time, you need to put it out or you're going to miss your time.
Like you mentioned about Drake. Like when you hear that track, you're like, hey, I got to get this thing out because in 6 months, it ain't going to be the same. It ain't going to be the same.
Exactly.
And I agree. I think that Jay Electronica album sounds dated. Even with the Jay-Z version.
It should have been 2007. That album should have came out in 2007, 2008.
Any more duds that y'all just not feeling this year?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Trey Songz. We can go there. I try to stay out of women's business because I don't want to feel like I'm attacking. But
hey, for real,
that ain't for me.
Just know
that ain't for me. That ain't for me.
You better keep it lighthearted because she got people that go for you, bro.
I know. I don't even want that smoke, but I will say this: it wasn't for me. There's some vibes on there.
Somebody else who was real good this year, but they've consistently been good at St. John. That St. John album it was nice.
I was late on St. John, but he grew on me. St. John grew on me.
So Detrone, you don't like St. John?
Is it Roses? I think that's
Roses is good. Roses is the most popular song, but he's got other tracks that are like really, really good. But I would recommend listen to, what's it, Ghetto Lenny? Let's check out Ghetto Lenny. Check out Ghetto Lenny. Like, I will start there when it comes to St. John. He has a project before that, but I will go to Ghetto Lenny, listen to that. Then I will listen to this latest joint. The latest joint is solid, but Ghetto Lenny is better.
Now, somebody y'all did not mention that I absolutely thought would be on this list was 2 Chainz. Nobody giving Chainz love?
Out of respect, I withhold my opinions on his album. So I like Chainz. Pretty Girls Love Trap music is still in the rotation. This particular album,
I can't go for that. No.
I don't know what he should have held that till he was outside. Because I honestly think if I was in the club when I heard, or if I was out when I heard some of that, it probably would hit better.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It was. Just go ahead and say it, man. 2 Chainz makes strip club music, and since you can't go in a strip club at this time, it really don't hit the same. That's what it is.
Hey, the 2 Chainz album.
Out of respect for his previous work, I'm gonna sit back on that one.
So I appreciate you guys coming on and talking about who y'all felt was hot this year, who helped to push the culture of music forward. Let me get some closing remarks about your thoughts on 2020 music and maybe even what you are looking forward to in 2021.
I'll cook. 2 things. First, people will talk about the depth of music that came out this year. Keep in mind, it was a really good year for Lucy's. Alex Isley and them dropped smokers. Sego got smokers out here. Lucky Day, even though he didn't drop an album this year, he got smokers from Lucy's. Her got some Lucy's out here. It's some really good like vibe setting Lucy's out here. Also, if you want to get into your jazz tip, check out Christian Scott. His album Axiom, Flames, really good 2020 project. He's on cue to just have a really good next year. Also, we didn't talk about this enough. 21 Savage low-key put out a really good album. Like, and it's been like on the low. Like he came through with something. He came back British and didn't tell anybody, but we look past that because the album is good. So it's like he's from Ward 6, but he really from Hackney, Wagwan bruh. You know what I mean? So it's like, so we'll see what happens. But overall though, I think 2021, especially as they try to redefine how concerts look, how things are going to be presented, because you've seen what they're doing with like comedians. I don't think artists are really going to do those drive-in style shows, but you see like Dave Chappelle and them are doing those 6-8 people spots where they're spacing out music venues. I think they're going to start doing that, and you're going to see a lot more from your larger artists. Because I know Kendrick got something in the clip. You know, it's like he's got something in the clip. You know, Cole is holding music, and I wouldn't be surprised if you get like some unreleased Nipsey, a bunch of stuff is about to drop. So I wouldn't be shocked if people are just holding that stuff up. But also on the newer artist tip, man, I think coming back, I think Summer Walker's going to put something fire just from everything. She's had a wild year, so I know she's going to put some good music out. Probably expect some new Snow. I just think 2021 is going to be a bounce back from a lot of people that were kind of quiet, that were more entertaining in 2019, that were quieter in 2020.
Okay. Banks, what's your
definitely. This year was good for people to sit back and reflect on how to become better at what they do. Especially if you want to be a producer, what other skills can you pick up producing? I mean, I'm pretty sure it costs a lot of money to mix and master music, so they could have picked that skill up. People could have got better at writing. Just storytelling, which is a lost art that a lot of people don't get into. One person I am looking forward to for 2021, though, based off how she's ended 2020, is Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
Jasmine Sullivan put out 2 smokers.
She had
2
smokers.
Yeah.
And if that's what she was holding for 2020, I can't imagine how 2021
I can see that.
Yeah.
I feel like 2021 gonna be a blockbuster year. You're gonna get a lot of big artists putting out music, and then you're gonna, especially like with the verses, with people going back with the old catalog. I feel like you're gonna have a lot of the old artists getting the courage to put out new music too. Yeah,
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
You mentioned verses. I think that's one of the big wins of 2020.
Absolutely.
The idea that when live concerts and stuff got shut down, you get this sort of innovative space online to take you back, like to make you feel good about some of the old music, some of the stuff you really enjoyed up until this point. So I was excited about all of the developments from Versus and all the battles that they were able to put together, just to hear, you know, some of your favorite artists. There were definitely some disappointments, but I think that was a win in 2020 for sure. Well, hey, again, I appreciate you guys coming on, giving me your thoughts about 2020, the music, the culture, the hits and the misses. And for everyone here watching, if you're still here, thank you. We appreciate it. As always, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, get some alerts, find out when we're dropping new videos, which is every Monday and sometimes in the middle of the week. And if you decide not to like, share, or subscribe, you know what? I won't even be mad at you. Till next time, guys. Peace.